Hello guys, it seems like you all really loved the previous video. Thanks a lot for your support by the way. So in today's video, we're going to talk about things that might be added to Anomic. All things that I will show in this video might come or not come out to the game. I also don't know the exact specific date when these things might be added to Anomic, and if these things will ever come out to the game. They might come out really different from how they work like now. And the last thing that I want to mention is that all info that you will see in this video was taken from official Anomic Discord server, from the suggestions channel. I'll leave a link to it in description if you're still not a part of it for some reason. So let's start with the very interesting thing for roleplay that might be added to Anomic, the IDIS, identification or license. Here is how it's gonna work. It's mostly used for roleplay, but it can be a way to show a user's in-game hours. It's not too significant for older players, but I know a relative few who'd like to help the new guys get situated. And by my opinion, this thing should be added to Anomic, because it's gonna be a very cool thing for roleplay, or people can just flex with their playtime. And the chances that this thing will get added to Anomic are pretty high because of these messages.
Want to make this?
A license? Sure.
The next thing that might be added to Anomic is a vehicle UI update, and here is how it's gonna work. New features, radio stations, SPS, and a PM, lock and unlock status. Why I'm suggesting this? The vehicle UI we have now is pretty outdated. There is no box telling you how fast you are going, so you have to look inside the car. Same with the RPM, and radio stations for the players who do not have boombox. And it would be pretty interesting what the radio stations will have to say. Also a lock and unlock status, because I do not like getting out of my vehicle to check if my car is locked or unlocked. So this would save a lots of people from getting their cars stolen. And the whole thing with updating UI for vehicles is very interesting, especially the radio stations, because people can learn Anomic lore from radio stations, which is really nice. The only problem is to find a good person to voice all of the radio stations, but actually Bonfire can voice them by himself. Another thing that might be added to Anomic is a customizable crosshairs. Okay, so here is how it's gonna work. Add a feature where you are able to customize crosshair like in counterblocks. By my opinion, customizable crosshairs might be somehow useful for PvP community of Anomic. Probably, it will make easier to aim for PvP players. I don't know. But all in all, this feature sounds interesting too. Okay. So the next thing that might be added to Anomic is CCTV. Alright, so here is how it's gonna work. Make it so that you can place 3 or 4 CCTV in or outside your plot, and each will cost like 2K. And you can view them with TV or computer. Of course, it would be nice to see CCTVs in-game. And it's even might be useful, but it's gonna be really hard to code such mechanic, I guess. 8. Let's move to the next thing that might be added to Anomic, a license plate prop. The whole thing is pretty simple, just a license plate from a car, but as a prop for building. Of course, I agree with adding such prop to Anomic, because it ain't that hard to add this prop to the game. Plus it would be nice to use car plates at some bars, or diners, or maybe even cafes. So another thing that might be added to Anomic is wooden roadblocks, or metal fences for SWAT and military. And here is how it's gonna work. So these will block off roads. I know you guys will cry out that it's abusable, but like if you go like over say 55 mph, they fall over. I mean, it would be sick to see metal fences in game though. They would be very useful to prevent chases or to catch annoying raiders on hypercars. Okay, so the next thing that might be added to Anomic is HP regen. The idea speaks for itself. Humans' body can heal themselves slowly or real. Also, paramedics don't even do their job. I don't know about this one. Anomic is a game where sometimes you can't stay alive more than 4 or 5 minutes because of raiders, or just some random person decides to kill you with sword off. Anomic is a game where sometimes you can die too fast, so you won't even have a time to regen your HPS. So do we actually need a HP regen? I don't know. But let's move to the next thing that might be added to Anomic. A boombox report system. And here is how it's gonna work. Replaces the whitelist interact on players with report audio. If they are playing audio, then opens up a UI which makes you confirm you reported the correct person, with the option to play the audios that currently playing locally to confirm that you aren't reporting the wrong person. This is just an example, because I think the whitelist thing isn't used and basically does what you can do with pressing P. So adding another option would obviously be possible too. Adds a UI, which you can select a person into reports, then leads you to the same menu mentioned above. Difference is just that the interact directly leads you to the person you want to report, instead of searching for them. Maybe add another interact to the mailbox to report the plot for playing loud audio, which would lead you to the same screen as the before mentioned ones. But this time the audio's playing a plot-specific boombox instead of normal boombox. Tiny addition, the UF4 admins could include ticking a box next to the audios to blacklist them from being played. I don't want to say much about this suggestion. It's just perfect and it should be added to Anomic for real. I haven't seen people who are playing loud or bypassed audios for a long amount of time though. 8. Let's move to the next thing that might be added to Anomic. A rooftop sign. Here is how it's gonna work. It's a sign that goes on your roof. Advanced building game pass only. Pretty simple. Maybe a neon outline as well. This is definitely gonna be a very useful prop, because it's easy to advertise your shop or your business with such nice prop. But this prop might not come out to the game at all because of this.
I am probably not going to be adding this. The apartment buildings are about the only place where they work without prop blocking, and look at this shit.
Of course there's more things that might come out to the game, and I can even make another video about things that might come out to Anomic. Let's make a deal. If you're getting 90 likes on this video, I'll make a part 2. Anyways, thanks a lot for watching guys. Don't forget to subscribe and join my Discord server. See you in the next video.